So what I ordered is the classic pairing of prawns with pork ribs lah. And I got the most expensive option, $12.50. There are three prices available lah, $6.50, $9.50 and $12.50. Okay, I have my bowl now, and as you can tell, it's a very luxurious bowl of prawn noodles lah. What you get inside are about, let's see, 3 jumbo half prawns. And then you get pork ribs, 1, 2, 3, 6 or 7 pork ribs or so, smallish size. There's one big one which they gave me. Woo. Then I got yellow noodles and bihun, and there's some kangkong and bean sprouts, sprinkling of fried shallots and lard. So an interesting fun fact, this is the business that started the whole jumbo prawn trend in Singapore in the late 1980s and 90s. Before this stall, there was no such thing as prawn mee with jumbo prawns. Prawn mee in the past was a fairly cheap meal with small deshelled prawns and sliced pork, and you'll see some stalls still sell it around Singapore. So John basically wanted to bring a bit of luxury into the humble bowl of prawn noodles, and by introducing jumbo tiger prawns instead of small deshelled prawns and pork ribs instead of sliced pork. Okay, so first, try the all-important soup. The soup broth is amazing lah. This is the main reason why this eatery is so raved about. It's the best classic old school prawn mee broth that you can imagine lah, basically. A mix of prawn and pork bone stocks, very rounded, robust, savoury, with no sugar notes. But when you add ingredients, right, the broth gets very slightly sweetened naturally. What's nice is that you can also taste a little bit of that pork lard flavour, and the addition of fried shallots gives it an extra layer of aroma and flavour to the dish. So just trying the fried shallots and pork lard alone lah. Fantastic. Woo! Okay, next the prawns. We have jumbo prawns cut into half, and you get about 3 halves. It comes with the shell and it's just blanched. So this is what it looks like. Okay, shelling it first. Okay. It tastes pretty fresh with a lovely natural prawn texture, and there's a bit of a fresh prawn sweetness, but frankly I would like it a bit sweeter if possible. Generally the sweetness will depend on the supply lah. Obviously if it was live and freshly blanched, it would be much sweeter, but it would of course be much more expensive as well lah. Okay, it's done more old school where the prawn ribs are firm and meaty, so it's not blanched for too long lah. And you get about 7 smaller pork rib pieces, as I said. Some might prefer it more soft and tender lah, but I like it this way. I used to like it super soft and tender in the past, but now I like my meat to taste like meat. So I like the chunkier feel, and as for the taste, it's very lightly seasoned, so it's a delicate flavour. There's more of the natural taste of the meat. Let's try the noodles. Decently firm texture. They use the yellow noodles with the medium width bihun instead of the thinner bihun, and I think it complements the yellow noodles better. The kangkong and the bean sprouts. It still retains that crunch, but as usual, eat it quick lah, because it will soften in the soup. The other thing you can request for is that you can request for fried pork lard bits and fried onions, and they give you a small bowl of it on the side. Very crunchy. Not seasoned at all. I think the oil is actually a mix of pork oil and onion flavoured vegetable oil. I don't think it's 100% pork lard, because the fullness is there, but it's not completely there. The crunchy pork lard and fried onions come very nicely crunchy lah. And there's no added salt, and I'm going to add it into my soup. And of course, it gives the dish more richness and aroma lah. This is a must-have. They don't give it out automatically, so you have to request for it, as I said. You also have the option of adding chili powder into your broth, and you find a bottle of it on every table.